I'm Sydney, and welcome to Whole Lotta Baka. In this episode, we'll talk about part 2 of Tokyo Revengers Season 1.
Spoiler alert, even though we've been talking about the season in 2 parts, you can still expect spoilers on the entire Baka.
Alright, now let the Bakaness begin. Alright, of course, we gotta go back to our original, what are we wearing?
Oh yeah. I've got toga.
Toga. And I have the 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, do I? Wait.
You have 7
Are
Deadly
they on the
Sins
back?
shirt?
They're not on my back. Okay. I saw a shirt where it was on the back,
Something
but
on
yeah.
there?
No, there's nothing on yours. But I saw a 7 Deadly Sin shirt where it was, some of them were on the back, but just not mine.
That's super cute. I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that it was 7 Deadly Sins.
What do you mean? We got it together! We were literally together!
Oh, yeah, anime weekend!
Yes! What the
But,
heck?
like, I'm just saying, I've been with you this entire time, and I didn't even realize you had 7 Deadly Sins.
I completely forgot that I had a 7 Deadly Sins shirt until I opened my anime drawer and I saw, I was like, oh shit, I got 7 Deadly Sins.
It's nice.
I'll wear this today, and the shorts to match.
Yeah, it's nice.
Really
I realized
nice.
when I put this shirt on, how long it's been since I've actually watched My Hero.
I know.
I, low-key forgot about that show. I feel like the next season's taking forever.
Every single time I look at my Hero shirts, I'm like, dang, when was the last time I watched this? So it's the same. It's mutual. It's a mutual thing.
It's just
not
me.
just you. It's not just you. All right, guys.
But back to Tokyo Revengers.
Back to Tokyo Revengers. Draken is dead. Just kidding. He's not dead. I wouldn't act like that if he was dead.
No, it would have been way more.
It would have been way more tragic. He actually ends up getting saved,
Mm-hmm.
which it was just one of those
The
things.
ambulance makes it in time.
Yeah, I was gonna
he
say.
did go into cardiac arrest.
Yes.
But he pulled through. Our boy pulled through. So.
No RIP to my boy.
I know, right?
So I'm glad about that. And then Takemitchi goes back in time, right?
But yeah, back to the present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Back in time.
Oh, my bad. Back
He
in
was
the
already
present.
back in time.
Yeah, he was already back in
It's
time.
okay.
He
There's
went
a lot
back.
going on with the timelines here.
And he actually goes to see Hina,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was so cute. I just expected her to have like the same little haircut and everything. It's all long, even though she died when it was long, so it doesn't make any sense that I thought it was short. But it was cute.
It was cute. And he was all nervous to see her.
I'm just like you didn't just see her.
What was most shocking to me is how she held out for him this long. Like, she's still wearing his necklace, like,
and they haven't
still
spoken
trying to
in
profess
years.
her love to him, and I'm like,
my thing, what made no sense to me is that if homeboy that we talked about last episode didn't change his number, Akun did change his number all these years. You think that either one of y'all changed y'all's number? Could
nobody reach out?
Nobody reach out? Y'all didn't live that far away.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all lived like maybe a town over, 2 towns.
And to me, I was like, so now that we're,
y'all live in Japan.
Y'all are suddenly not talking to each other, and now suddenly your younger brother is bringing him over.
And you
like,
don't
the
find
whole
that
plan was weird to me. I was like,
and
I
you
see why
didn't-
Takemitchi didn't want to go through with it, because this is sketch.
And you didn't, right, and your brother hasn't been talking to you about the fact that he
Right.
rekindled his weird ass friendship with you after
with
all
your
these years.
ex-boyfriend, like, he made no mention of it.
No
and
mention of
suddenly
it.
he's just bringing him over to dinner.
It doesn't say anything to, like, what if I hated him because
I never
he
want
left,
to see his face again.
and then now he's at dinner eating a pork chop with me. Like
14 years later. No, just imagine, because I watched this and I really
no
thought
letter,
about it.
no nothing, no carrier pigeon.
I really thought about it, because they're like our age. They're a little bit older than us.
Yeah.
But they're split like our age. Like,
Yeah.
literally imagine your boyfriend from middle school or your crush or whatever just knocking on your front doors out of nowhere.
Nia, now, if we're talking about my middle school boyfriend, I would be absolutely furious with you. I would be furious. I would actually have to fight Nia right there on my front lawn.
It's just so random. Like, remember 12th grade? Like, no, that's too old.
That's too old. Yeah.
What was it, like 2nd grade? No.
No, middle school, 7th grade, Nia. Good Lord. Do you not know what grade they're in?
I honestly don't know what grade they're in.
Well, they're in middle school at least.
Yeah, I just know they're in middle school.
But still, y'all live in Japan. Y'all got speeding bullet trains. So it's not even like it's that hard to see. And it's weird. It's also weird that like Takemitchi hasn't talked to anybody
From school?
But
I guess the whole thing is like he ran away, and his whole thing is that he's a pathetic little bitch.
But like
so,
his
like,
friends,
he didn't have any balls to reach back out to his friends
That
after
is-
running
yes,
away, because
okay.
he literally ran away from a gang.
But his friends, though, like, his friends didn't even try to reach out to him and be like, hey, what's going on?
I mean, his friends were still all in the gang.
Okay.
He's the only one who up and dipped.
And the friends are just like, oh, Takemitchi ran away. Fuck him. I guess we can't.
It makes you a traitor at that point.
I don't think it made them. They didn't seem like the kind of people that would think that way. So that's why I thought like it was kind of weird that they also didn't reach out to him.
It is weird.
Like,
it's weird to me.
Yeah, they just were like, all right, he left. Out of sight, out of mind. He disappeared. Poof, gone. And yeah.
And now he's back.
And now he's
and nothing's changed.
I don't understand there are a lot of loopholes in this show where they're like, I guess that there's no need to talk about them because it's like the present and the past and what's going on in those situations, not the background shit. Shouldn't make any. I guess it doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't, because who cares?
Yeah, who cares? I guess
Only us.
But anyway,
only us.
He tries to leave. He
Yeah.
had the same thought that we had because he was like, you know what, this is weird. Like, this is weird. It's been 12 years, but he runs into her anyway, so it was fate.
They should have
obviously. I was dead when they went on the little date, and they're just completely silent in the car with Naruto.
Okay, so with the fact that all this happens, could he not just like date her then in the present and then run off somewhere and then maybe she wouldn't have died?
Right?
Because clearly they still love each other.
He could have took her that day.
He could have took her that day.
But honestly, now that he knows that she still loves him, he could just go back to the present and just take her out of Japan. Draken told him to leave Japan. He was like, why are you still here? I told you to leave.
I told you, you don't listen. Takemitchi don't
You've
listen.
Never
to
listened.
But I mean, after 12 years, what are you to do? Like, after 12 years, what are you to do in a car with your still crush, vice versa? You're still, your ex-girlfriend, y'all still love each other. What are you to do? What would you do?
Girl, I don't know.
Exactly. So
I can't relate.
So to be silent is not like that far-fetched.
Yeah. No, it's not. I'm just saying it was funny to me. Like, that was a cute little scene.
And then Nato being like just very
pissed off about it.
Pissed off, but then also he's stern anyway, so even if he wasn't pissed off about it, he would still be very stern.
You know what this actually kind of reminded me of? Have you seen The Great Gatsby?
I have, but it's been a very long time.
It reminds me of that scene.
Since high school.
Yeah, I love The Great Gatsby. It's one of my favorite movies. But anyway, it reminds me of that scene where Tobey Maguire is trying to hook up Daisy and Gatsby together again, and they're in the house literally doing the same shit, quiet, not talking to each other, twiddling thumbs, and Tobey Maguire is just like, what the fuck, why did I bring y'all here? Like, y'all are grown as fuck.
It's awkward, bro. Like, her little brother is there, like, she doesn't want to say anything that'll make it, like, even more awkward because of the fact that she does still like him, and then vice versa, he doesn't do that same shit because it's like, it's Naruto. If Naruto was not related to her at all, it would be different.
He was still just as awkward when Naruto left.
That is true.
He ran to the bathroom.
Should have never fucking done that shit.
Really? He shouldn't have.
He should have never fucking done that shit, bro.
I mean, but who would have thought he's gonna run to the bathroom
after all these years and it's still gonna happen?
And, like, she's gonna get hit by a car on purpose. That shit was crazy.
It was, because it's just like, I'm like, oh yes, like, they finally won. Like, she's not at the festival, like, you know, all that stuff, because that's where she was supposed to die. It never dawned on me that, like, she was still gonna die. It just had, it was still a car. Like, a car with, like, that's the outlier. Or not the outlier. The main, what is it?
Connecting dots.
The connecting dots. Yeah. That it's gonna be a car.
I guess that it's gonna be Akun.
It's gonna be Akun always. So I guess just kill Akun. I thought about that when I was watching. I thought about that. I was like, if Akun just died before then, like, I mean, I know that, like,
well, he's trying to also save
right.
Akun.
I was gonna say Takemichi doesn't want him to die, but, like, honestly, like, if Akun is always gonna be the one to kill him or to kill her, I mean, Akun should just die before.
I mean, but Kiseki is always the one telling Akun to kill them. So who really needs to die here?
Kiseki,
exactly. Go straight to the top.
But it's harder to kill Kiseki than it is Akun.
Because if you kill Akun, he's just gonna tell somebody else to go kill her. It's not gonna solve the problem.
That is true. I mean, it's gonna solve that your friend doesn't kill her. That's about
but
it.
Now your friend's still dead, and now your girlfriend's still dead. So, what did that accomplish?
Nothing. But I did think about that. I was like, hey, they just killed Akun.
I felt so bad because he already went to Akun's little hair store that he opened, and I'm like, oh, he actually opened the hair store. 20 minutes later, he could kill his girlfriend.
Just imagine you're in that. You go to visit him. You're like, oh my god, my buddy, not knowing that like.
And he's like, you're still gonna be my first customer, right? Knowing he's about to go kill you later tonight.
But like, okay, he had to have found out that he was supposed to kill her after that, because there's no way that Akun would have acted like that if he had already known that he was supposed to do that, like to kill her. And it's just 20. If the time limit is 20 minutes, you said 20 minutes, but like just in like in the 20 minutes, you chat it up, you leave, as you turn right to leave, Kisaki turns right into the store and it's like, all right, you gotta kill so and so, and you're like, oh shit, I just was talking to this girl's boyfriend.
But Akun said that he was actually supposed to be killing Takemitchi, because when Takemitchi ran up to him, he was like, you're supposed to be in the car, like I thought I just killed you. So I don't know, because Hina keeps dying, but I don't think he was going after Hina. He made it sound like he was going after Takemitchi, and it just so happened that she was in the car instead of him.
What's crazy about that is that, I guess like since him going back in the past and being involved with Tomon, that's why he ended up being a target. I was about to say Hina was the target not really the target the first time, actually. It's just
I don't know who the target is. Why would Hina be the target?
I don't like you said, she wasn't. Takemitchi was the target because he went back in the past and ended up being a part of Tomon the first time around. She wasn't the target at all. It just so happened to be her fate. And freaking Takemitchi was not a part of that for the first time before she got killed. He was only a part of from that time that he found out she was gonna die until the time that she died a second time. And so yes, Takemitchi was definitely the target. But it's just like, imagine watching your girlfriend die twice. Well, the first time you didn't watch it, but you saw it on TV.
The second time was pretty brutal, where he had to actually watch her die.
Yeah,
and, like she's trying to get her out of the car and stuff.
And she's like, it's okay, it's fine. Like trying to calm him down when she literally can't feel half her body.
And the car's about to explode.
And she just knows it, and she's just like, it's okay, you can go, have fun.
So sad. Like, this is the part of the show where I actually feel like Takemitchi. I'm like, my homeboy's going through it.
He is. He's a little bitch, but like, damn. At that moment, why didn't... So who was it that was there? Kazutora or Hanma? Hanma, right? Okay, so why was it that Akun kills Hina, Akun realizes that, oh shit, I'm about to die, she's about to die, you were supposed to be the one that died. Why didn't Hanma go kill Takemitchi?
I don't know.
At that moment. Because it's like, he's in shock right there. You see that he's still alive. You know that Akun's not in the best of position. He's dead. You don't give a shit about him. Take matters into your own hands.
He said the same thing. Oh, you're supposed to be in the car. What?
Like, kill him. If that is what your goal is, why didn't you kill him?
You should have choked him out right there. You don't have a gun. You're a gangster. You don't walk around with a gun on your hip.
And you're by yourself. And I can understand if you had your goons with you. You need a gun at that point because they got you. You ain't got nobody.
You by yourself in a suit.
Takemichi could have had a gun for all you know. Right. Takemichi could have killed your ass for killing them,
or just for recognizing who you are.
Right. There's a lot of things don't make no fucking sense.
I love future Hanma. His whole look, I liked it.
Okay, so his look, not him.
No.
Okay, good.
I mean, I like Hanma.
Right.
So, I mean, we haven't seen much of him in the future, like as far as like his personality, but I do like his character.
I'll talk about him later. Because we haven't even introduced him, so I'll say something. But yeah, I'll say something about him later. Never mind.
Like,
Never mind. I forgot that we have not talked about him, so I was like, wait. Just wait. Okay. So, then from this, I don't know why Takemichi got the balls to be like, you know what? I'm gonna be. You already know what I'm about to say. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be head of Tomon.
That's the only way.
That's the only way. Like, you didn't just save Draken by not being the head of Tomon. You were the friends. You were the friend, so why all of a sudden you got big dick energy and you gonna be the head and you think that it's gonna be easy?
And you're gonna go and you know in the past it's currently Mikey and Draken at the top,
and they love you, and they act, you're friends with them. They love you. It's not.
But you also know damn well that you can't take them in a fight.
No, and they're not just.
So how are you taking the power from them?
You would have to kill them, both of them, not just one, both
of them. Because you kill Mikey, Draken's killing you.
You kill Draken, and vice versa.
So.
I just don't understand. That would have not been my first thought. Because the entire time I'm still like, okay, so how's he going to do it? How's he going to do it? Never would have thought that he would have had enough balls to do that. Myself wouldn't have had the balls to do that. I don't know.
That wouldn't even have occurred to me.
No, exactly. Me, myself, Sydney, I would not have thought that.
Killed my girlfriend? Gotta become the head of the gang.
And then has the boss to go up to Mikey and be like, I'm going to be the head of Toban.
Said it to his face.
And Mikey's like, huh?
All of them were like,
Draken's like,
come again?
Come again?
One more time?
Let me move my braid out the way. Huh? I didn't hear you. Maybe I should move to my dragon side. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know where he got that from.
In what world, in what universe would that be a good idea? Because I was thinking when he said that, I was like, okay, well, say Mikey left. I don't know why he would left. Say Draken left. Don't know why he. I mean, if he had died, then it would be more plausible because then Mikey would lose his mind. Mm-hmm. But now that he's alive, like if you wanted to be head of Toban, you should have let Draken die. if that was what you were gonna go for, you should have let him die. I'm sorry, but that's honestly the only way. Because Mikey can stick up for himself and fight you, but Draken being dead, he would have been weaker and would not have wanted to fight you and would have left. Mm-hmm. And then maybe you could try to fight Kiseki. But then Kiseki probably wouldn't even be in the picture. So you could have been head of Toban. Or maybe not, because Pa and Pe would have beat your ass.
Oh, that's true.
Happy would have beat your ass.
Pe already don't fuck with Takemitchi anyway.
Right. Like, so it wasn't going to happen.
None of the members of Toman even like him.
No, they don't even understand. They don't understand
why. He's being tolerated because he's best friends, because Mikey loves him.
And they don't understand why.
And none of them get it. None of them even get it.
I'm surprised that they haven't tried to, like, beat Takemichi's ass when Mikey and Draken are not near them. Because...
I mean, because they know, like...
okay, but still, like, they could fight him. Takemichi would not know what hit him if they just... in the back of the head.
I mean, plenty of people in the group have done that to Takemichi, though.
But still, like, to try to get rid of him, somebody could have done that without Takemichi realizing who it was if they did not like him that much and wanted to get rid of him from Mikey and Draken.
Yeah.
But I guess they're like, he's not really that big of a threat, so I guess...
Until he's over here shouting that he wants to be head of Toman.
That's still not a threat. Yeah, that's not a threat. That's a dream.
A pipe dream.
Clear as day, pipe dream. He must have been dreaming. He must have been on acid. I don't know. But
he was on something.
He was on something.
But I know it's going to end up... I mean, somehow he's going to make this happen because everything he said he was going to do, he's been able to do so far. So what I'm going to...
It's out of pure luck.
Right. So all I'm trying to see now is how the fuck he's going to make this happen.
I thought when you said how the fuck... I thought of something completely different. I thought, never mind. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, keep going with your thought.
I kind of lost my thought now.
My bad.
But, so he goes back into the past to realize this new dream he has of becoming the head of Toman. And literally first day he gets back there, he don't remember shit. He gets brought to the meeting and same day, it's to put Kiseki in as a 3rd Division captain.
I will say that's what really sucks about like going back and forth is that you miss a couple days, and because you're back in the present, you're missing the past. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things that are happening in those days because of how heated everything is going on. That he could have missed a whole fight.
Yeah,
a whole fight where Draken died, and it's just like
I mean, but how would he know?
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, you save Draken, you go back in the present because you're like, okay, woohoo, I saved Draken. But in those 2 days that you were gone, he could have died.
Mm-hmm.
You were just so lucky that he didn't, that nobody tried to off him again.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they could have just took them stitches out and opened that wound right back up.
I mean, he had a lot of people after him. He got beef.
Exactly.
So yeah, honestly.
So it was crazy that through that time, he didn't die. I guess they weren't going to let that happen. But whatever. He goes back, he's in the meeting, and then Kiseki becomes the 3rd Division captain immediately. I was like, dang, if you had not left, you probably could have been 3rd Division captain. You could have been 3rd. Because, you know, I don't know. Where does middle school Takemitchi go when he's back?
I don't know, because he just be popping up in random, when he goes back to the past, he be popping up in random ass places. So it's like he's still around his friends. He's still clearly a part of this.
Yeah.
In the mix of what's going on. Which is why sometimes I don't understand why he doesn't, when he goes back, memory should come back to him of what happened the few days, because he was still there, technically. It's not like his soul evaporated when he goes back to the future. He's still there. So
it's still the same soul. It's the same soul.
So I don't understand why he doesn't remember what happened. You would think when he goes maybe it'll catch up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It'll take him a couple minutes. He'll
down for the thoughts to download or whatever.
To the cloud, download to the cloud. That is confusing in the fact that okay, say he doesn't remember, but what is his person doing? Mm-hmm. Because it's how did Kiseki become the 3rd Division captain? Shouldn't middle school Takemitchi, even when 26-year-old Takemitchi leave, still be hanging out? Is he confused when Mikey and Draken come up to him, start talking to him, and he's like, how do you know me?
Probably.
So it's just it's really weird that all of this, because it's okay, it's not like Takemichi's body is gone. He could have been 3rd Division captain, but he wasn't 26-year-old in middle school body Takemichi, so that's why he didn't become 3rd Division captain. But the fact that Mikey and Draken love him so much, I thought they would have just automatically put him in there. I don't know.
He ain't made for that type of role.
I thought that they would have at least came to him with the idea. I kind of do want them to as maybe a short or a blooper. You know how
yes.
JJK does, where they show us something that happened.
I was literally just about to say that.
Yeah, they show us something that happened while he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And how confused.
Yeah. They should have done a bleeper of how the hell he ended up with Emma in the bed.
Yes!
Because I'm so confused as to how that happened.
Yes! That would, you know what? JJK, producers, whatever, you need to get with them.
Take some notes.
Take some notes from them and then do that. Because that would be, that's just something that you're missing. It's really funny and it's jolting, and it's something that you always remember, because I always remember I don't remember how he got in the bed, but I remember him being in the bed with Emma, and it's you could also give it a little funny twist where it's we figure out how that happens.
Right. I mean, because past Takemichi's still dating Hina, so why would he go into bed with him?
How did you get all the way there?
That far?
That means that
undressed on top of you.
That
already.
means middle school Takemichi was going to cheat on Hina.
Yes. That's my whole point.
And they just. And of course
he was fully going through with it.
And of course, 26-year-old Takemichi is faithful. Has no idea that his old self is not faithful. But how do you not remember that?
Yeah. I mean, he ain't that faithful, because he was real ready to hook up with that prostitute at Draken's house. He was ready to risk it all. Once again, already in the shower. He don't even know what's going on. Fully undressed in the shower.
I was gonna say, I can't even back you up on that one.
Then you can't.
I can't. I can at least I can back up
that first one. The second one, you knew what you was doing.
Right. Because at least you were fully dressed the first time. You was butt-ass naked the second time.
Ready, talking about, am I finally going to lose my virginity?
Literally having a whole dialogue to yourself. He does not at home. Oh, Takemichi. I love Takemichi.
I'm going to get us matching necklaces.
We're going to get married. All that shit. And he over here with dick slanging. Am I going to finally lose
in
my
a
virginity?
whorehouse?
That second at his best friend's house. It makes no fucking sense. But does. just, I don't, yeah. So he could have been, I feel like he could have been 3rd Division captain. I feel like he could have.
Yeah.
If 26-year-old Takemitchi was there. I feel like they could have done something where they were like, oh, do you want to try it out? Because that seems like that's the vibe that they're giving off. Like, you want to try it out? Because clearly they're already giving him a free trial of Tomon. He's not even part of it.
Right, yeah. Free trial.
A 30-day free trial. So why don't you do a 7-day free trial of being the 3rd Division captain? 7 days is all you need to figure that shit out.
But during that meeting is when he, punches Kiseki in the face.
Mm-hmm. Bold, very bold.
Bold as hell.
He had to be drunk. There's a lot of bold stuff
as hell
in the first 10 minutes.
I know, he really is just like acting like he's not a part of a gang of savage delinquents.
He's not even a part of it.
But like he's not messing with people who are in the gang, like who have no chill.
Don't even know who Kiseki is, really.
Don't know nothing about him yet.
He just knows that in the future he's a bad guy.
You already know he's the whole menace of all this shit.
But my thing is, something led Kiseki to be bad. He might not have been bad at this point, and you still punched him. So that could have made him bad. You punching him could have made him be like, you know what, fuck Tomon.
Fuck Takemitchi, I'm killing him in the future.
Fuck Tomon.
Because he just remembers that punch in the face, and he's like, what the hell did I do to this guy? Who is this?
You know what? I'm gonna find a way to kill you. Not now. I'm gonna let you
He's
live
been
your life.
plotting on his death ever since that moment.
So it's like you just doing shit with no context.
Yeah.
No thought, no context of nothing.
And everybody asks him like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like,
I don't know.
I just had the urge to punch you in the face.
Right, but it's also like he did punch him because of the fact that like he knows Kiseki to be bad.
No, I mean I know why, but just the fact that he wasn't able to explain it to everybody else.
Oh, I know. I'm getting to that.
The implication.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Like, he punched him because he's 3rd Division. He knows that he's bad, but it's like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain that. Why? How would you explain that? It's like you're from the future, bro. Don't be dumb. Don't go and just head first to something like that. You need to get information.
He doesn't think things through. He just be doing shit.
Right, and I'm just like, you're dumb as fuck. You know that you're from the future. You cannot play that. You know that you cannot play that off as easily as if it was middle school Takemitchi talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, middle school Takemitchi probably would have had a reason, like, oh, he stole my lunch. But, like, 26-year-old Takemitchi from the freaking future who knows who this person is cannot, you ain't smart enough to think of a lie of why you punched him when everybody just met him.
Mm-hmm.
Punch him later. Punch him later.
And we had a whole ceremonial meeting shit that they take seriously, and you're gonna punch him in the middle of it. As he's being crowned.
If anybody was going to be able to punch him, it would have been anybody else but you. Because they're part of Tomon. You were not.
That's like, you're not even a part of Tomon.
Why are you still here?
What is your problem?
And it's crazy because I at that moment, I realized that he actually was not a part of Tomon.
I was like, oh shit.
He's not. I never went, I'm like, oh, he's never wearing their clothes. Like, I'm thinking, oh, it's on back order.
Yeah. I mean, also because, before this happened, after Draken's life was saved, Mikey gives him his jacket, his old jacket. So for me, I thought at that moment that he was a part of Tomon.
Yeah.
I didn't know he'd get out his jacket and still wasn't even a part of the damn gang.
Right, because of why else would he give you the jacket?
Right. So once they said that, I was like, huh?
Like, you saved my life. The least I could give you is my jacket and a position on Tomon. Low position.
Right. Errand boy, coffee, juice, my umbrella for my food, that's it. But, like, something. Right. So the fact that, like, he still wasn't, after all that, he saved the vice captain of all of Tomon. Yeah.
And still ain't part of He been with them for, like, a whole month by now.
Yeah.
And
probably
still,
longer. Yeah, no, definitely longer because Draken's death was what, like August 3rd?
I don't remember the exact date.
It was August though. Early August. And
Bloody Halloween
is fucking Halloween, so
yeah.
It's been a few months. And already when he went to save Dragon. That was already a few months after his first mission.
But when he gave him the jacket, was that not like a week after Dragon got stabbed?
Yeah.
So, like, at that moment, it had probably only been a month from that time.
If Dragon gets stabbed on August 3rd, and it's been a week since he gives him the jacket, you still 2 months away from October. That whole 2 months.
Oh,
he wasn't put in damn game.
I understand. I understand.
So a whole 2 months later.
I wonder if he thought he was because of that jacket. He probably thought he was a part of Toman.
Yeah, he probably did. Because remember, he was dressing like an asshole? And they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right? He fully thought his ass was part of Toman. Nope. Get your facts straight, because that ain't true.
That shit is so funny. And then Baji beat the shit out of him.
Oh, I love Baji.
I know.
I love Baji.
This season does him so dirty.
It does. But, I mean, first of all, he does Toman dirty first.
Yeah, he does. But he had good intentions.
What were his intentions again?
He was, like, going undercover. He was basically being a spy.
That's right. So why did Takemitchi's ass go? Takemichi went to go get him back because he...
Yes, because he made that bet with Mikey.
He made the bet with Mikey, but he had no... But Baji did not fucking know... Or not Baji. They did not know that Baji was going undercover on his own. But yeah. I thought that was...
The only one who believed that was Chifuyu.
Yeah, but I thought that was really stupid. Because it's like... Why... Like, you're not going to tell the leader that you're going to be a spy?
Yeah. Like, why not tell anyone?
Why not tell... Like, you... Nobody. Not even Chifuyu. Chifuyu just, like, thought... Like, was like... He's a spy. Like, I know him so well. We've known each other for so long. You know, he was the one that brought me into Toman or whatever. But, like, you wouldn't even tell Draken. Somebody of higher stance. So that, like, people aren't doing dumb shit. Which Takemichi did dumb shit and walked into Valhalla.
He's always doing dumb shit.
He walked into Valhalla like he was actually going to get him.
Bruh, no, when Kazutora... What pissed me off was when Kazutora went to his school to go get him. And he's like, hey, come with me to Valhalla. And he just goes. He don't tell nobody he's going into enemy territory. He knows he's going to their base. Because Kazutora
and he knows who Valhalla is.
Tells him.
He knows who Valhalla is.
Right. Like, there's no...
Because, like, it's not like... Because isn't Valhalla, like, heaven?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not even like... It's not even like if somebody were to walk up to me and I didn't know that Valhalla was a gang. Come to Valhalla. Oh, yes. Like, no. His ass knew that it was a gang. Because if somebody walked up to me and said, let's go to Valhalla, I would have thought Viking heaven.
They knew he was a gang because Valhalla... We met Hanma in Valhalla already.
Right.
Yeah, Takemichi was fucking there. So, for him to just go into enemy base, doesn't even tell anybody. Like, he could have died. He should have died. Shifuyu's in there getting the shit beat out of him. And he's just in there. There's like 100 of them motherfuckers. And he didn't think to tell anyone he was going in there, call for backup. Now he's scared. Like, you should be scared, you idiot.
We've already... How many times have we said that Takemichi doesn't think? Enough times that in the show, somehow, he should just have sense. We talk about it so much that for some reason I feel like in the show, he should hear us and change. Because it makes no freaking sense. And then he thought that he was actually going to get Baji back from that. You didn't even, you had no plan. He came to you, said come to Valhalla. You said okay with no plan.
You didn't even know what he wanted.
Didn't even ask what he wanted.
Like, you just went.
Like, why is it that you want me to go to Valhalla? Oh, I want to talk to you.
And then he sees that Kazutora's two right-hand men got broken legs because he broke their legs.
Now that we brought up Kazutora, I actually will say that I liked Kazutora.
I liked Kazutora too.
I liked his design.
Yep, me too.
And I liked him. I was like, he's a little crazy, but I like him.
A lot crazy. Ain't no little crazy. He full-on crazy.
And I liked that about him.
He needs a straitjacket.
I was like, I wonder what made you crazy.
Yep. I mean, okay. I feel like we really need more on the Kazutora backstory because we get a little bit of like his childhood. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess he had abusive parents, and then the whole thing with him and Baji killing Mikey's brother, where he fully snapped.
That whole thing was like I want to say it was a masterpiece because it was.
It was completely unexpected for them to add a character like Kazutora into the story.
Right, and that's the reason why he is the way he is, and that's why he's introduced, and how he's a part of everything.
Yes.
And
and then he's a full psychopath. Like,
it was crazy to me to think that Kazutora did not know that Mikey's brother owned that shop, because Mikey talked to him.
Or Baji.
Or Baji.
Like, you would think once they got there, they're like, oh, this is Mikey's brother's shop. Like, how did you not recognize once you got there that it was his shop?
I don't think they knew it was his shop at all. I think what it was that Mikey was talking about a specific bike that he wanted to Kazutora and Baji.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said it was very rare, like they're not on the road like that anymore, all that stuff. Mikey never mentioned that his brother had one. He just always talked about how he wanted it, and I think he might have did say that his brother had it.
Maybe.
But he didn't know that his brother was fixing it up for him.
I think they were talking about how, like, people or kids their age will never get a motorcycle like that unless it's given to them or they steal it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just Kazutora and Baji just walked past the shop and saw the exact same bike. I don't think they've ever been to Mikey's brother's shop. Mm-hmm. That's what I got. Because it's like, if I went to that place and it was a place that I went to and I saw that bike, I'd be like, bro, that's Mikey's brother's shop, like you said. But I don't think that they'd ever been.
But that's what's surprising to me. Because, like...
Yeah, that is surprising.
At least with Baji and Mikey, because, like, they grew up together.
Yeah.
Like, from little kids.
Yeah, so that was weird that Baji didn't know or anything. Kazutora, not really, but... Baji, I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, like I'm not surprised by Kazutora because it seems like Kazutora and Mikey weren't as close. Yeah. But Baji and Mikey were definitely close.
Yeah.
Because Baji, it even dawned on, like, after he saw Mikey's brother, it even dawned on him, like, oh shit, you do have a bike store. Like, I remember this being something that I knew. But yeah, that was so fucked up. And in those few, like, 4 seconds, I already loved Mikey's brother so much.
I know. Oh my god.
That was so
and you
sad.
You don't even realize that it is Mikey's brother until after he's dead, right? Yeah. And you just think
until Baji says it, yeah.
Yeah, like you just think it's some random ass dude. I'm like, oh no, he's so young and cute, he's gonna die. Oh shit, he's young and cute and Mikey's brother and he died.
Yeah.
And then Kazutora, like, I was really, like, at that moment, I was really shocked at Kazutora. Like, I wasn't exactly pissed off at him when he kept saying, it's all Mikey's fault. It's all Mikey's fault. Right? You say Mikey's fault. Yeah, Mikey's fault. He's like, it's all Mikey's fault. It's all Mikey's fault. I sympathized because I was just like, he's in shock. But he literally took that and ran with it. And that's when I started... Internalized it for those years that the year or two or whatever, he was in jail. And just manifested that he was going to fuck somebody up because of that. And it was going to be Mikey because it was Mikey's fault. That made no sense to me.
Well, he snapped. He went literally insane. He literally snapped. His brain broke. Like, he went crazy in that moment.
But no, he didn't get no help in jail? Because clearly he had to have shown signs that he was crazy in jail.
People don't get help in jail.
This is Japan, though. We don't know that.
That's true.
In America, we don't. But in Japan...
No, clearly not. Because the poor boy is 12 and got a whole...
criminal record.
Like, whole mental issue going on. And no one thought anything was weird about that.
That was just sad. And to find out that, like, his brother was making it for him, like, fixing it for him. And he was going to give it to for his birthday, because that was coming up. The birthday was coming up.
And that was sad.
There's a lot of things going on in this show that are very emotional for me. And that's one of them. That was the second one.
Yeah. The next one is Bloody Halloween.
I hate Bloody Halloween. What I did like about Bloody Halloween is the setup, the junkyard. I loved that, and then you get to see other people.
And I'm so excited. I feel like we're gonna see them again.
No, for sure.
Like, why show us them otherwise?
Right.
I'm so excited to see
and how cool they look. Like the one with like the blue hair right here and like the dark
the braids.
The braids.
I was like, that's dope. He was giving me hair ideas.
And I think he was either a twin or a brother of somebody else's.
Yeah, some brother.
Like seeing all of them, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I didn't know that we were gonna get more badasses. But I'm I'm seeing 3 right here.
Right.
I mean, he's the only one that I can remember right now because he was the most badass looking one. But like, I'm pretty sure there was definitely more where I was like, okay, I like you.
Mm-hmm.
You look cool. All right, how about you?
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited for that.
I am too.
Or hopeful, because there's no telling.
What do you mean?
There's no telling if they'll actually come back.
I think that I feel like some of them, maybe not all of them.
Yeah.
They've got to. I think it's dumb if they don't.
I know, missed opportunity if they don't.
Missed opportunity. It really is a missed opportunity. So, about Bloody Halloween.
Okay, Takemitchi went back to the future again after Kiseki became captain to go talk to Draken, who's on death row. I don't know why that don't change.
Right?
Like, he's been on death row twice now.
What was he on death row the other times?
He killed somebody.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah.
He did.
I think Kiseki, like, told him to kill someone.
And he did it. Just like, why?
Like, aren't you in charge? I'm confused.
Right.
But things changed, right? Clearly, we don't know that.
The
story.
shit. Yeah, I was gonna say the shit we don't know
Yeah.
that we're gonna find out probably in season 2. Hopefully.
Yeah, but this is where Draken's like, get the fuck out of Japan.
Yeah.
Like, how many times do I have to fucking tell you, give up on whatever the fuck you're doing? But anyway, he finds out that Mikey snaps because Baji dies, and so this is a little and ends up killing Kazutora. So, and it's what was so funny at this point to me was Draken was like, "Why are you asking me this? You were there.
Yeah,
you saw it with your own eyes."
And this is why I'm just like, why
doesn't he remember?
Why doesn't he remember? Like, that's so awkward. Like, I would feel some kind of way if like I was in this situation and I knew nothing. I wouldn't even, like, as much as I would want to save my, quote unquote girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I would kind of not want to do it anymore because I just like.
I'd probably go insane.
I would go insane, like, because I'm like, I'm supposed to know this shit, but I don't, and people are looking at me stupid, and it's like, I look stupid even though, like, I'm not, because I wasn't there, but I was.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know what to do, and then he's living this moment, because he's never seen it, but he's reliving it. And
and then as he's talking about it, he's getting flashbacks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why?
Why now?
Yeah, so
why
like,
now?
I just don't get the whole memory part.
Yeah, because it's like they never, before this point, they never show that he's gotten a flashback of anything. So it's like, why this specific moment? Like, wasn't Draken, almost getting murdered a serious, like, offense to make you remember? Or, like, your memory to come back? Why is it that this specific day you remember shit?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. I really don't understand that.
Because you're closer to Draken than you are Baji. So,
right?
So you would remember Draken
Baji
before
don't
Baji.
like you. I've yet to see Baji be nice to Takemitchi.
And that's fine with me.
Yeah, I don't care. But
it just doesn't make any sense. And I think I did see a lot of people actually shit on this show because of a lot of the
plot holes.
A lot of plot holes that don't make any sense. And there are a lot. I said this at the beginning of this episode. There are a lot. But it doesn't, for me, it doesn't take away from the actual story. Yeah, I can still enjoy it.
I mean, it's fiction. Anyway, it doesn't need to be, like, perfect. But, like, it would have been nice.
It would have been nice.
Like, we had some explanation or some consistency.
I think there are a little bit more plot holes in this show than there are in other shows that we've seen.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, at least, because in other shows there's, like, a lot of back and forth between two different characters, as opposed to here it's literally always on Takemitchi. You never see anything where Takemitchi is not there at some point. And so that, I think that's also what creates the plot holes. It's because you don't know what Mikey is doing. So there could be plot holes about the things that Mikey's saying, and then things that we don't see that don't make any sense to what he's saying and shit like that. So it does make sense that there are plot holes, but it's just the way that the show is. It's just how they went about the show. Instead of having multiple main characters that you follow, one main character you follow.
Right. And every perspective of all the other characters is going to come from the perspective of the main character.
Yeah. Because we don't know what the fuck Nato's doing in the future. I would love to know what he's doing. Is he going to other missions, or is he sticking with this one?
Right.
Is he locked up in that freaking apartment all day? Is he grieving for Hina? Like, what's going on? Because she's alive but not dead? weird. I don't know. A lot of
I
potholes.
felt bad for Naruto when he had to go to her funeral again. That was sad.
Listen, he gonna have to go to many more funerals.
Right. Get used to it.
Get used to it at this point.
He's trying to become the head of Toman, and we know that ain't gonna happen no time soon.
So go on ahead and just get the emotions out of the way, cry one last time for her for the second death, and then be done with it. By the seventh time, he'll be like, at her funeral, why did you cry, Naruto?
I'm gonna see her ass again tomorrow.
Right, been there, done that. They're literally gonna think that he's a psychopath. I really hope that they don't fuck with Naruto for real.
I know, honestly.
I think it is going to.
I think it is too.
But that will be very interesting to see, like, how his mental state is doing.
It would be.
And
I feel like since this show kind of already delves into, like, the things that are happening mentally with some of these characters, that I think that they probably will at some point. Because as of right now, Naruto's character is very, there's no depth to it.
He's important because he needs him to go back to the present, but there is no depth in it. He's just
to, like, his character. And,
he's
like,
just a little brother.
And, like, it's like he's just a catalyst for him getting his dreams.
Yeah, the little brother who's just trying to keep his sister alive, and that's it, and very straightforward.
So it would be nice if they gave him some depth.
And to go in that direction is sad, but very interesting. Because this is a lot suicide, murder, mental health, like a lot of this stuff. I'm surprised they do not have a suicide hotline number at the end of this doggone show.
Yeah, because this show is super triggering as far as
it is.
Suicide is.
It is. They don't got no disclaimers.
Right.
Either. I just realized that. They don't have a disclaimer.
I know.
Not even for the one episode where Akun kills himself.
Yeah.
They don't have a disclaimer for that at all.
They need one for this. They needed one for this one too. Well, not.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, like, it's not even like there's a disclaimer on all because some shows they don't put the disclaimer for every episode, but they'll put it for that one episode because it's really triggering.
Yeah.
They don't even do this. No warning.
Yeah.
Nothing. They're like, you get what you get. Don't pitch a fucking fit.
I guess they clearly have different, like, TV rules. Yeah, because here, no.
They're like, you see it, you see it.
Yeah.
I hope you okay. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
I wasn't okay. I was very scarred.
So Kazutora gets out of jail. Obviously, we know that. And he's gonna kill Mikey.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. He ends up killing Baji.
I just don't understand why he killed Baji.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be your ride or die. Like, I don't understand why.
I wonder if he found out that he was a spy, so he wasn't really. But, like,
he didn't.
But Baji is more of Mikey's ride or die, not Kazutora's ride or die.
Well, that's true, but, like, the way this part of the season made it seem was that him and Kazutora got really close. And that the only reason why Kazutora is even in this is because of how close him and Baji are.
And so part of me thinks that a plot hole that we don't know about is that he realized that Baji really don't give a fuck about him. Because he does, like, switch his thoughts of, it's not your fault, Mikey, it's Baji's fault. He's just crazy. He's just crazy. Like, he has to, it cannot be his fault.
Yeah.
It cannot be. So he just has to put on anybody. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, it's the dog down the street's fault. Because he's just that fucking crazy. Like, it's just nothing, like I said, it cannot be his fault. It has to be somebody else's fault. He has to take it on somebody else. It cannot be him.
This scene gave me so much anxiety. So much anxiety. Like, between Draken fighting Hanma and Mikey basically getting jumped and beat in the head with a water pipe.
Brutal.
First of all, that whole fight didn't make sense.
Why didn't it
make sense? Get Mikey is strong, but, like, he literally was getting pounded in the head with a water pipe over and over again. So there should have been no way he was able to stand up and fight after that.
Okay, that's what okay.
Homeboy needs...
He got a strong skull. There are people who got thick skulls.
He should be in critical condition.
He should be brain damaged.
Like, literally.
He should have been a vegetable. I'm sorry, but, like,
so that didn't
really
make no sense. Like, I was rooting for him, and I'm glad it ended out that way, but that didn't make no sense.
Like...
And then Kiseki trying to take the glory for saving him.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, like, praising Kiseki.
Which was the whole plan for Kiseki, basically.
Right. Basically. It was a win-win for him.
Yeah.
Like, whether or not Baji died, or whether
wasn't it Kiseki that might have told Kazutora that it was Baji?
No, what was Baji?
That it was Baji's fault.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember.
I mean, if Kiseki's plan was to break Toman apart, why, and Kiseki already told Akun to kill Takemitchi, so why wouldn't Kiseki tell Kazutora to kill Baji? Somebody of Toman to fuck with Mikey. And does Kiseki know about Mikey's past with all of them?
Probably not. Like, how would he know that?
How would he know? Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, does he know? Because how would he know that Baji and Mikey were close enough that killing Baji would affect Mikey to make him, and then to save Mikey would have everybody happy, and then Mikey falls, because, not literally falls, but like falls from the throne of Toman because Baji. Because if he didn't know, how would he know to specifically call out Baji? That's why I'm saying plot holes. I think there is shit that we do not know. Because even though Kazutora is a psychopath, I do not believe that he actually could have just switched, like, perfectly like that. I feel like there was Kiseki involved in this.
I mean, for sure.
Because it was his plan.
I'm pretty sure it was part of the plan, because when Kazutora, you got it. When Kazutora first started, like, snapping during the fight, like, about to, like, beating, I think when he was fighting Baji at first, or when he attacked Baji and he was going crazy, Hanma even mentioned, he's like, oh, there goes our psychopath, or, like, he was something like, he's going cray-cray. So he mentioned something about how he was crazy. Yeah. Like, as if it was going according to plan. And, him and Kiseki were, like, on the phone the whole time talking to each other. So I feel like there definitely was some type of plan for Kazutora to snap, because they know that he's crazy. But like you said, how did they know that? Because it's not like Hanma was friends with Kazutora, and Kiseki also just got in the picture. So how did any of them know that these three would trigger each other so much? You're right. It makes no sense. And then also because... And
that would be the only reason is to that it would make sense is that somebody told him. Maybe Kazutora. Maybe. Because if Mikey and Baji were really close friends, and then Kazutora came in, what makes you think that Mikey and Baji were not talking about how close they were and how they became friends? How Baji was a fucking nerd, and, Mikey basically took him under his wing, and, I don't know, Baji became this fine-ass 12-year-old that looks like he's 36 with long-ass hair and all that shit. All of a sudden, like... I feel like kids tell kids I'm pretty sure we're such good friends to all of the people that weren't really our friends. So there had to be something that was leaked, not on purpose, just talked about.
No, I mean, I'm sure somewhere
that's the only way that
it's
would
just
make sense.
Like the fact that there's no clarification, and then also the fact that they show us I think Chifuyu and Takemitchi go to speak to Asanai to figure out what the fuck happened with Mobius, because as we talked about, it was so clearly, like, planned, and that it wasn't him, and that's when he talks about how he met Kiseki and how Kiseki has been planning this, like, from the jump. So what I want to know is, how did Kiseki know anything then, when he's already in Mobius trying to weasel his way into Toman? Who was giving him information then?
Maybe in season 2 we'll figure out that there is somebody else that is a part
another
of
rat.
Another rat. Either a part of Toman going to Mobius, or somebody in Mikey and Draken's past that is a part of Mobius and, like, knows shit. I don't know, somehow knows stuff. Because it's really hard for you to like not act like you're a part of a gang, because you always wear the gang clothing. So it's not like you're a part of Toman, I'm part of Mobius, we're sitting down right here, right now, and none of us know that we're in the gang.
Like, we will read my shirt.
Right. Like, no, like, they're always wearing that. So it's not like they're wearing regular clothes, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm telling you all about these people, and then you know that I'm a part of Mobius. Or, I don't know. It's not like that. It's not like it's involuntarily being a rat. It's strictly I'm being a rat. And I know I am.
Yeah, it has to be somebody.
I think it's somebody in Tomon.
Yeah.
I just don't. It doesn't make any sense that it would be anybody in Mobius. Because how would they be able to infiltrate Tomon as Mobius? Mm-hmm. It has to be somebody from Tomon going to Mobius saying something. Mm-hmm. It's fucking Pa. Fucking Pa's ass.
You think so?
Pa's still mad about Pe.
Oh.
He's still mad. He's the only one that I can think of that would make sense. That would be doing that.
I mean, but you also got that dude who tried to kill Draken. I mean, yes, Pa tried to kill Draken, but the other guy, whose name I can't remember right now, the one who first had Takemitchi and his friends as their little
I know who you're talking about.
Boys. Mm-hmm.
But he's not a part of the gang anymore though.
Anymore, but he was a part of a gang to where he might know information about Kazutora, Baji, and Mikey.
That is true, but he doesn't have any more recent stuff though. Yeah. So like. After that, who does he get information from if it is him? Because he's not in the gang anymore.
He could probably still have friends in the gang.
That's what.
Who tell him something.
Oh, that is true.
There could be like a string of rats.
That is true. If that is the case, Mikey and Draken weren't smart with that. Because why would you only kick him out and not the rest of his little gang members, his little friends? Stupid, but that does make sense.
I don't know. Right now, these are just conspiracy theories.
Right, and these are really good ones.
I know.
I like this.
We're digging up a lot of stuff right now that I didn't even think about before.
We are. Not at all. Not at least to this depth. Like, while I was watching it, I was probably like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Why isn't it this way? And then I'd be like, whatever. I'll figure it out. Like, I would think that in the next few episodes, I would get the answer to my question. But... it never came, none of my questions, none of my thoughts, nothing came to fruition in the last few episodes of this. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll figure it out in season 2.
Right, I guess. No choice. So anyway, Mikey tries to beat the shit out of Kazutora. Mm-hmm. Baji dies. Mm-hmm. Or is dying. And then...
Chifuya and him have a little
heart, whatever, and Takemichi. What I didn't understand, what pissed me off was when Baji was on his deathbed and he's telling Takemichi how bad Kiseki is. Why the fuck weren't you telling Mikey that?
Maybe he didn't have the time. Because
Mikey was right there. He called Takemichi over. Why didn't you call Mikey over and tell Mikey all that shit?
Mikey was in critical condition, man. Mikey couldn't even crawl over there if he wanted to.
Mikey was just beating the shit out of Kazutora. What you mean?
That doesn't mean he might not have been. He's got brain damage now, Nia. He might not have even remembered that shit. He needed to get somebody who was not clearly touched enough with the punches to give off his message, and he did. He got Takemichi. Honestly, the perfect person, because Takemichi is also from the present, from the future, whatever, and he's the one that needs this information anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it just pissed me off because I'm like, I feel like we could have
I just think that he could have said something about it earlier. Like, you couldn't have called Mikey.
Like, I mean, you're on your deathbed and you didn't say anything.
I'm talking about before that, though.
True, but I know. But I'm saying, like, you're on your deathbed and you, like, as of right now, Mikey thinks you're a traitor. He has no idea what your actual plan was or nothing. You're about to die, and you're not even going to clear that shit up before you die?
The only people that know are Takemichi and Chifuya. Nobody else.
Like, he could have easily been like, Mikey, like, I'm sorry, I wanted to infiltrate them because Kiseki's bad news. Exactly what he said to Takemichi, he could have told Mikey.
Like I said, you couldn't have called him and told him.
I feel like it would have
it would have resolved a lot of shit.
Like, Takemichi went through so much.
And now, who's to say if Takemichi does go to Mikey and say, hey, like, he was infiltrating, that Mikey's gonna believe that shit?
Right.
Exactly. Who would say that he would believe that? Because, like, you were just...
Because, like, when were you and Baji close?
Right, you would... right.
Like,
and there's, like...
Now you know his whole
backstory,
dialogue and everything. Like,
I was like, Baji was over there kicking it with Kazutora. Fuck you. It's just...
Yeah, I don't... That annoyed me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Mikey's literally right there.
Yeah. And then they go back to the future, and he's a big shot.
Well, before that, he gets promoted to captain. Mm-hmm. He takes Baji's place.
Finally.
Which...
I guess.
First division captain, though, that's quite a jump.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. I'm just like, okay, I did say, like, third division captain, he could have, tried it out.
Right, put him in the team, like, okay, but you gonna put him straight to, like...
First division,
the number 3 spot? Isn't that number 3 spot behind Draken? To be a first division captain? It wasn't Baji, like, Mikey's number 3?
Yes.
If Draken was his number 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Quite a leap. Like I said.
It is a leap. It's like, how is it, why is it that he got into this gang and up there so fast? Just because of the things that he's done. But these other motherfuckers had to fight.
Tooth and
nail. I mean, Baji didn't really need to fight because Baji was friends with you. But, like, he's shown you his skills throughout the years that he can fight. Takemitchi has not done that.
Not a once.
I do remember on one scene where people were talking about all on Twitter about how fat Takemichi's ass was.
What?
Do you not remember that scene? It was a very, very specific scene, yeah.
Okay, what scene?
It was him, like, he was, like, running away. And it was, like, a very clear shot of his ass. And I was like, why? And I thought it was really, I was like, why is this the angle that we're going for? I'm gonna have to, like, find it.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna have to show me later because I have no idea what you're talking about.
And if I can find it, it'll be right here. If I can find the picture, if I can even figure out how to put the damn picture on here. But if I figure it out, if I find it, I'll show it. I'm pretty yes, it was all over Twitter. Them talking about how fat Takemichi, and there were multiple scenes that they were actually talking about too, about how fat Takemichi's ass was, and I was like, this is weird that y'all are talking about
it. It is weird.
But I also do remember that scene specifically, and I thought it was actually fucking weird. Y'all over here praising it. I'm over here like, okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy. I noticed, yeah.
I don't think I noticed.
I'll find it.
But anyway, he's first division captain somehow. And now we go back to the future and he's a big shot. A top exec of Tobon.
Just because he ended up being first division.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
It makes sense. I mean, in 12 years, if you're already here, I'm sure that opens way more opportunities for you going ahead. But, like...
Again, his memory does not come back. He has no idea why he was called for this meeting. He has no idea who these people are at this meeting.
He didn't even recognize all his friends.
Nope.
And then there are new people, obviously, who have joined the gang and he doesn't know who they are.
But his memory came back with Baji.
He's a top exec, doesn't know how he is, one.
And he's apparently cool with Kisuke at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
At least in a civil matter. Like, they work together. Like
right. But, like, at that...
They've been seeing each other for these past 12 years,
right.
basically. Like,
yeah.
It assumes that.
At this point, I was like, did he get buddy-buddy with him enough that, like, Kisuke actually thinks they're buddy-buddy? But no, it was the other way around. Kisuke got buddy-buddy with freaking
and you know why? It's because he held on to that punch in the face.
Yep.
If he didn't do that shit... Because he was like... No, he brought up how he thinks that they hate him because of Baji's death. He didn't bring up the thing before that.
Yes. We hate you because of Baji's death.
You're correct.
You were the fact that you even asked such a question like that, yes, I'm still upset. You killed somebody. I mean, I didn't know him like that, but, like, you killed my friend's best friend. Or you had him killed. Why would I not be mad? If I was him, I would have been like, yes, absolutely.
If I was him, I would have been like, if we know this, why the hell are you here?
Right.
Like, we know that you did it.
If we're mad,
like, it's known information. Like, the way he brought it up is like everybody knows that it's his fault that Baji's dead, and you're still here.
And it's still okay that happened. Sus.
Didn't make sense.
Real sus.
Didn't make sense. And also at this meeting, when he's there, why the hell are Mikey and Draken still not there?
Mikey snapped, and Draken's on death row.
In this new reality where Takemichi's a top exec?
I guess Mikey, but Baji's still dead, so Mikey still loses his shit. Draken, I really don't know. I'm thinking that his ass may have killed a third person and he's back on death row. Because he's already been on death row twice for killing people.
True.
Who's to say he's not still on death row?
Yeah.
On death row, you stay on death row for a long ass time.
Yeah, but I'm saying, this was a new future, a new reality, so whatever happened might not have happened.
Kisuke could have still got, if Kisuke is so high up, what would make you think that he wouldn't have asked Draken to kill somebody? He already asked Draken to kill somebody in the other future.
No, yeah, I know, but what I don't understand is if Takemichi was there as a top exec, how did Draken lose his... I'm still confused as to how Draken becomes lower than Kiseki. Where he's listening to Kiseki.
Kiseki becomes head of Tomon. Because Mikey loses his shit.
Why Kiseki? Why wouldn't the vice president become head of Tomon? That's what I'm not understanding. Why wouldn't number 2 become number 1?
Maybe Draken didn't want to be number 1.
So number 3, which is Takemichi.
That would...
We just said how he replaced Baji, and he's now the number 3. So why, if with the president, there's a whole list of what happens, who takes the office next, if something happens to the president. You don't just choose the random secretary.
It's because freaking Takemichi was not in his body when they were appointing him to be to head of Tomon. He was back in the future. So Takemichi's over here like this, like a avatar. I can't remember what the Smash Bros song is, but that song, he's just choose your fighter.
Right.
Like that's why Takemichi's not number 1 in this scenario, because he was an avatar and he wasn't 26-year-old Takemichi.
I just don't understand. I'm really looking forward to finding out what the fuck's going on.
I do think it would make sense that Draken wouldn't want to. I don't see Draken wanting to be head of Tomon. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
Especially if Mikey's not there.
Yeah. With Takemichi, like I said, Avatar. So like Kiseki would be the next up, I guess, in this.
What about the 2nd division captain? Kiseki's the 3rd division captain.
Maybe he might have made his way up to 2nd.
Who was the 2nd division captain? Oh, Mitsuya.
Oh. Yo, do not fucking tell me Mitsuya dies.
Because we have not fucking seen Mitsuya in the future yet. I just realized we have not seen him in the future yet. I'm not prepared. I'm not
my god! Are we literally, like,
I just realized that. We even saw Happy there. Happy was even at that table. And he had longer hair. He was at that table with Pa and Pet and all them. Mitsuya was not there. Oh my god, did we literally just like uncover the 2nd season? I don't know.
Based off of the first.
I mean, I'm sure other people have noticed.
I was gonna say, I feel like we're kind of dumb and late.
Yeah, because I only just now realized that he wasn't there.
But here's the thing: we just started talking about Tokyo Revengers, okay? Clearly, we're recording it right now, so like, this is just
didn't dawn on me the first time I watched.
I was gonna say, if we had talked about this on the podcast, like when it first came out, all of this would have came out. All of what we're talking about would have definitely came out. But because of the fact that we waited almost a year.
Yeah.
Literally a year to talk about this. It's all coming. It's
real late, but here we are.
But it was going to happen. We were going to get to this point at some point. We were going to get here. That's crazy.
Wow.
And you didn't even, when I said, oh, he probably made his way up to 2nd division, and you said it was Mitsuya, I don't even think you realized that Mitsuya could have died. Until I was like, oh, don't tell me Mitsuya is going to die. That it still didn't even dawn on you until I said that. That is crazy.
Does he fucking kill Mitsuya?
Because that's the first thing that I think of. Everybody killing folks out here. So
and Kiseki's the one killing people. So did Kiseki kill him?
Mitsuki?
I know. Sorry. He probably killed him to take his spot.
I just hope that Mitsuya just was like,
Mitsuya's so cute. His little sewing club.
I just hope that Mitsuya just, gets a girl pregnant and he's like, you know what, I gotta go take care of my baby. I gotta get
right, that's what I'm saying, because he had a whole sewing club. He was a president of a sewing club.
Like,
he clearly still does good in school.
I'm hoping that's what happens.
He might have just left the game.
Yeah.
I hope so.
What if he gets Emma pregnant?
Why would Mitsuya get Emma pregnant? That was so... What?
Because that's the only girl I could think of that, like, he would get pregnant at this moment, because I only know that girl. And Draken's like, get out of Japan.
Or Mikey, because we find out that Emma and Mikey are siblings.
Oh my god. He's like, get out of Japan because Mikey's gonna kill you. You got his sister pregnant. He's gonna fucking murder you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
We haven't even talked about, last thing we gotta say. Kiseki possibly killed Chifuya.
No, he did kill Chifuya. We saw that.
I want to believe that.
He popped him right in the head.
I want to believe that it just blacked out at the moment where Kiseki gets popped in.
No. But he shoots Chifu first, and then he's about to shoot Takemitchi.
Oh, that's right.
That's where it blacks out.
Okay. There are people who survive that. There are people who survive actually getting shot in the head.
Poor Chifu.
I've heard stories of 2 stories where people get shot in the head and they survive. So I'm hoping that.
I'm very hopeful of you.
I'm hopeful.
I want to
Because I just started liking Chifuya. Because at first I was really annoyed with Chifuya, kind of.
I always liked him.
Because he was like, oh, he's a spy. I'm like, Chifuya, you sound fucking crazy. Like, we don't know if he's actually a spy or he actually is a part of Valhalla. But then when he proved himself, I was like, okay, you're not crazy. I can roll with that.
I have faith in him. I mean, he did know him the best.
He did, but but if he didn't, I just thought it was weird. I was like, Baji didn't tell anybody, and you're just coming off the rip with, he's a spy. Like, that's where I was like, I'm kind of iffy on if I believe you right now. And so, like, him being like, I know, like, he just kept saying, I know he's a spy. I know Baji. And I'm just like, that part, I was like, calm down. I'm annoyed. Shut up.
He even knew his objective.
Right. I'm just like, that was annoying to me. I was like, how the fuck do you know all this shit?
Yeah.
So that's why I was a little like, Chifuya. But then he proved himself. I was like, Chifuya.
No, I really like Chifuya. So I was really upset when he got shot in the fucking face like that.
Takemitchi just had to live.
But what I want to know though is how the fuck Takemitchi's gonna get out of that situation. He is tied to a chair with a gun to his head.
Somebody gotta bust in.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
That's the only thing. But like, who would?
Happy. Because Pa and Pet don't like his ass. That's the only person. Mitsuya's not there to save him because Mitsuya has been there multiple times to save his ass. So the only person I can think of is Happy, and we don't even know if he likes Happy or knows Happy like that. We don't know if Happy actually like fucks with him that hard to come save him.
I forgot that before he was First Division captain, he was put on Mitsuya's squad.
Oh, he was.
I forgot at what point he was put on there though, because it was after Kiseki's being appointed as the captain, but obviously before he becomes First Division.
Well, yeah, that would make sense because he did become a part of Tomon, so he had to be on somebody.
I think by the time he was fighting at Bloody Halloween, he was a part of Tomon and he was on Mitsuya's squad. Yeah. I just forgot.
Yeah, he was because Mitsuya was the one that sewed his thing. And all that stuff. That was all before that. Yeah. I forgot that he was on Mitsuya's, but that does make sense. He had to be on a squad. He had to be somewhere. Yeah. If he's a part of Tomon. Waterboy. He was Waterboy of Mitsuya's division. Yeah. He had to be. Well, it's ended on that cliffhanger for us, so it's ending on a cliffhanger for you as well. Sorry. We all want more. I don't even know when season 2 is coming out. Have we figured that out? Isn't it next year?
I hope so.
Oh, we didn't find that out? There's a lot of animes that are coming back out.
I know, I'm starting to lose track because there are a lot that are coming out this year.
This year, and then late next year or something like that.
Or early next year, but I can't remember. I don't think that
we found that out,
Tokyo Revengers is one of the ones that is coming out this year.
I think people are speculating that it will come out next year, which would make sense. That it would. But it just hasn't been announced, So again, cliffhanger for us, cliffhanger for you.
I mean, unless you read the manga. In which case, you know more than us.
In which case, a lot of things that we said might have actually been in the manga. And you're just like, you idiot.
Yeah, but like we said, you don't belong here, so just pretend like
you don't know anything.
You don't know anything,
yeah, that's the point. If you're watching us, you want to see our reactions of what we talk about, so you don't know shit either. Be with us.
We're all in suspense.
Be with us in the surprise. So we'll catch you guys next week. Have a nice one.
Bye.
Well, that's a wrap on this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed our discussion of Tokyo Revengers Season 1, Part 2. We hope you come back next Wednesday. Next episode, we will be discussing Hunter x Hunter series with Season 5, Part 2.
Don't forget to connect with us. You can find us at bakunasu@gmail.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course this podcast at Whole Lotta Baka. Info in the show notes below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye!